Smugglings, what is happening? This is the first video on the Smoke237 gaming channel. I figured that a lot of you know me first from gaming, from my experiences on Twitch, and I wanted to dedicate a channel to gaming specifically. A great love of mine, as is movies, so I wanted to dedicate a channel to gaming as well. So the Smoke237 channel will be dedicated mostly to movies, and there will be other topics on there as well, but the Smoke237 gaming will obviously be gaming. So the first video I wanted to do was a review of Astro, and it's probably not going to be as formal as I've done in the past. Not that they exceedingly produced or anything like that in the past, but I just wanted to discuss Astro, this game that I've been playing recently, and a game that coincided with the 30th anniversary of PlayStation and made me feel very nostalgic, and in some sort of way reminded me of why I love gaming and why it's important to me. So it's made me remember quite a lot about gaming in my life, and I wanted to discuss it here. So Astrobot begins with the Astro bots aboard a spaceship that is formed in the way of a PS5, and the parts of the PS5 are distributed across different star systems in the galaxy, and you have to find the different parts and put the PS5 back together so you can repair your spaceship. So you're at a crash site and you have to go to different star systems to recover these parts, and the different star systems have different worlds that are amazingly colorful and varied levels that you'd see in a platformer, and obviously that is what this is. This is a 3D platformer, and I think this game is such a great bit of fun. It's so polished, it's really well made, and it's something that reminded me of playing the Mario games on the N64 and the GameCube, the 3D Mario games. And I really loved playing a platform again, because it's not a genre I've typically played a lot in the past, and I've always been a big fan of Sonic. I do like some of the Mario games, and it's nice to be back in this world trying out a platformer, and a platformer that celebrates the heritage of PlayStation, which is something that has been very important to me throughout my life. PlayStation as a brand has been really fundamental to my love of gaming, my love of storytelling. If you look at games like The Last of Us and Ico and the way they told their stories in really magnificent ways, it really did make an impact on me as a person, and owe a lot to the brand. And I loved this celebration of PlayStation, and I thought it was really great in that way. I'm going to avoid spoilers, so you don't have to worry about any spoilers for the game, because there's a lot to uncover as you go through it, and I wouldn't want to ruin that for everyone who hadn't played it. But Astrobot had won Game of the Year, and this irked me a bit. Not really, but I was really wanting Silent Hill 2 or Stellar Blade to win Game of the Year. Preferably Silent Hill 2, because that is my Game of the Year personally. If you're looking at Smoggy's Game of the Year, it will be Silent Hill 2 with Stellar Blade as a runner-up. But it won a Game of the Year, it got all this attention, all this acclaim, and I had some friends that really had a great time with this game. So I thought I had to check it out, despite my hesitation at first, because it's a game that is at quite a high price, and it's a platformer, which is a genre I don't usually dwell in, and that was a bit of a risk for me, but I am very happy with my purchase. This is a fantastic game. It's so fun. It's very replayable. It's a lot more complex than a lot of platformers. There's more features within the game that you see in a typical platformer, which I did find to be very entertaining, very enjoyable, and it keeps you going back for more. I'm close to the platinum for this game. I'm close to getting the platinum trophy, and it's such a joy to do, going through these worlds. And I think if I'd had any negative things to say, I think the negative thing I'd say is that I'd want more of it, which isn't really a negative, but I'd want more of the PlayStation worlds, the PlayStation characters. I would want to see further series explored within this game to be celebrated. And that is something that is probably for Astrobot 2, when that inevitably does come out due to the resounding success of this game. And that's going to be really cool to see. And this game is so bright and colourful, and it's fun. More importantly, it's a game that you always have a smile on your face when you're playing it, and it really does bring out that inner child in you, and it makes you remember the times when you played games as a child. And I think it's really wonderful in that way. And there's one particular section that I went through which gave me goosebumps because I have an attachment to the franchise, and I thought it was really well done. And I posted some images on my Instagram of the game, and I used a costume that was from a game that is one of my absolute favorites, and a lot of people that know me really well will know that it's one of my favorite games. And you'll see what the costume is when you play the game. But this is a game that is fundamentally a video game. It's not trying to be a movie. It's not trying to be a book. It's not trying to be a TV show. It is obviously a platformer, and it's got great gameplay, a very light story, but the gameplay is so good and so enjoyable. And it's not a game that's 60 hours long like a lot of RPGs. It really does respect your time, and the time you spend with it is filled with quality content, and I think that's the most important thing. So absolutely love my time with Astrobot. Really great game. I'm going to give Astrobot a 9 out of 10. It's an amazing game, and one that I think probably does deserve Game of the Year, and I can see why it got Game of the Year. Even if I personally would have put Sandal 2, it doesn't really matter to me, obviously, because I'm not Jeff Keighley, I'm Smog. I'm going to do the Smoggy Awards. Watch this space. I'm going to do the Smog 237 Gaming Awards. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to host this big event. It's going to be a big night. We're going to have all the best games that Smog loves. So look out for that. But in all seriousness, this is a really fun time. Absolutely loved it. And I think the next video I'm going to do is a video on some gaming pickups, because due to my enjoyment of a lot of channels that are focused on retro game collecting, such as Donald Mackerel Gaming, Tony Fighter 2, another normal Yorkshireman, these great channels that I really enjoy watching, I have got the itch to collect a lot of the games from my childhood and play them. More importantly, that's the thing I want to do the most, is that I want to play them, and I'm not just going to collect them for the sake of collecting them. And if people do that, that is completely fine. I've got no problem with that. I personally just am someone that likes to actually play them, and I can't wait to do that. I've got some really exciting ones coming up, so I'm going to do a video just going through all of them. I've got a couple that have come to me now. I've got a couple of packages that have been delivered to me, but I want to get a few together to do a really good and meaty pickups video for you guys, and that's going to be really fun. It's going to be a really good time, actually, because I've got a lot of fun stuff coming. So that is what is going to happen there. I'm actually looking at one of the packages, so you'll have to stay tuned, Smuglings. You'll have to stay tuned. I'm sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger, but you have to come back to the next video where I'm going to show the pickups that I got. Alright, Smuglings. So this is the first video on this channel, Smog 237 Gaming. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Really am thankful for you watching, and I will see you soon, Smuglings. You guys take care, and I will see you soon.